I just paid $1,500 for that.
Ouch.
Is it worth it?
Hey guys, welcome back to Film Trendings. The star has made an inch-perfect decision to leave the show now. Austin Lee Russell, better known by his stage name Chumlee, is an American businessman and celebrity of the reality television series, best known for his roles on the Pawn Stars television show on the History Channel, which portrays everyday business at the Las Vegas Gold and Silver Pawn Shop, where he works. But it seems like he's saying goodbye to the show. Here is why Pawn Stars Chumlee has officially left. Number 3. Police Raid. Chumlee was raided by the police. The fan favorite of the group most often will relate to Chumlee as the oblivious but lovable goofball that he is. You can also consider him as one of the punching bags of the Pawn Stars. So what if it was just for the show? On TV, we see him as this innocent pawnbroker. However, sometime around March of 2016, Chum came into some serious trouble with the law. They pulled out the data and record and took a look at it, and the charges of substance abuse along with one weapon charge was found. Following a police raid on the Las Vegas home, what came up were different types of narcotics, which at the time was still illegal in Nevada, as well as unlicensed firearms. Chumlee was released on a $62,000 bail, but that time was potentially looking to serve 80 years in prison from 20 police charges. Although his experience as a pawnbroker must have really come in handy, and nearly all of the charges were dropped to just an attempted possession of controlled substance and firearms. The jail time was also narrowly avoided under the condition that he goes through 3 years of probation and participate in many counseling sessions. Police raided his home one afternoon, and they said that they were investigating a serious assault charge against him. While the raid was for a completely different mean, we are familiar with the aftermath of the police. Some may have not known how the raid was an assault charge that was filed against Chumlee, but in reality, the police never planned on finding the reality. What they did in Henderson, Nevada was merely just the icing on the cake to conduct an arrest on the spot. After all that, investigators found that there was not enough evidence to charge Chumlee. We have known that Chumlee can party hard, but who would have thought that he could fight this incident? Number 2. Heated argument with a customer. While he was pretty excited about the dispensers that were all from the 1960s and 1970s and were looking to sell them for no less than $2,500, people did not see the point of having a bunch of empty candy dispensers, which already seemed to annoy the guy. He soon got in a heated argument with a rude customer. Although Corey and Chumlee appeared to be interested, they were not willing to spend more than $1,000, which caused the customer to angrily walk out of the shop and called their offer an insult to the best community. They can't believe one of them offered $1,000 of that 50 piece of pest. Number 1. Official reason. Chumlee came back to work at the pawn shop after 5 years before filming the first season, having been a childhood friend of Corey Harrison, whose father Rick Harrison and grandfather Richard Benjamin Harrison opened the shop in 1989. He is almost as a family to the Harrisons. However, the things that he does gets him almost fired from the show. How much do I sell it for? I think I should sell it for $3. Chumlee does not seem like the sharpest tool in the shed on the Pawn Stars, and he proved why people see him that way in an episode Faced in Music, where he was minding the shop by himself when he was offered a vintage Gibson mandolin. The seller market found the instrument of the art sell and did not know much about it, but was hoping to get enough money for it to take his family on a trip. Unfortunately, Chumlee did not know much about it either, but they did notice that the sticker inside the mandolin was a newer one, which meant that the instrument was not vintage. After saying that, Rick did not like it when he made big deals alone. He also pointed out that his boss did not like losing out easy money either, so Chumlee decided to take the risk and go $500 over the $1,000 spending limit. However, when he took the mandolin to an expert, Jesse Amorosa, he learned that the model with the Gibson on the headstock and the old script was one of the thousands of fakes that can be found around the United States. It did have the decals on the edges, and through one of the F-holes, you can never see the stamp of the modern script. While Chum had just paid $1,500, the Cowtown guitar shop owner told Chumlee that the medallion was fake and will be worth around $100. The same incident happened with the US Willie's shirt. Do you think these reasons were relevant enough to make him go out of the show? Well, they are unbearable. Anyways, be sure to like the video if you enjoyed it, and we'll be seeing you guys in the next one.